Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for some Fortnite. It's Saturday. You know what it's about. But it may surprise you if you've not been paying close attention. Now, it's going to get real fast. But it's not the 99 versus your person that you would think of. This is 8v8 rivalry gun game. I'm Doc Haskell. This is Cosmic. Let's start it out with this. It's 8v8. It's UV7. Gun game. How are you getting momentum? How are you getting the win?
1v1v1v1v whatever.
Right.
You gotta always watch your back. Make
Always.
sure that you're not in an exposed area. I feel like that is number one. You gotta make sure that you know where these health packs are. They're scattered around the map. Make sure that you know where those portals are at so that you can get good. This map is really interesting. There's a lot of good up and down.
Yeah.
And so I think it's going to be watching your back and making sure that you're not exposed in areas and also not drawing people towards you, because there's a lot of third, fourth, fifth partying, eighth partying in these 1v1v1v1v1. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if we can, production, if you'll allow us, give us a quick full screen of the map that we're going through right now. Well, first we'll tell you who's in it. Southern Miss Nevada, Clarke, Iona, Marietta, Kaiser, Cal State Long Beach, and Barton. But names that you recognize, like?
We're seeing the statics. We've got Sporks. We've got Bloodrow,
There it
Just
is.
Colby's. A lot of the names that we remember charting those high numbers during our 99, during our Battle Royale.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
We don't see any shrub hiders in this group, not even for fun. In fact, in this map, you can't destroy anything and you can't hide anywhere. It is a big, wide open, tiny map. But as you mentioned, with a lot of up and down, there's healing hearts that you can run through. There are teleports that put you in some different places. People might be camping those teleport spots, and there are definitely some faster routes. I think we're jumping into game one straight away. This will be really cool, really exciting. As we look at the quick overview of the map, you'll see lots of short sight lines, nothing with a big overview. We see those trees and that grass up high. You can't get up there. Don't even think about it. It is a altitude prevented map. There are lots of ramps, so you can headshot people coming up ramps pretty quickly and easily. You can just quickly round a corner, find a heart, heal up real fast. As you played this, what's maybe a sneaky strat that people haven't thought about?
Well, I thought it was interesting that there were a lot of those line of sight breaks. There were not a lot of super long corridors other than the lower parts of the map. So you really are getting into these tight engagements. You've got ways to get away, ducking behind a wall, ducking into a building. It's nice to have cover that you can utilize. It's not wide open and empty. There's lots of things to hide behind. You've just got a lot of options when it comes to getting into engagements and getting out of engagements. I thought it was interesting. As we went through those battle royales, you rely on a lot of the game sense that having played for so long. And this is interesting. They're starting with a map maybe they're not familiar with, and it really comes down to the gunplay. It comes down to how good they are with those weapons, their accuracy, clicking heads, and a little bit of game sense on when you're going to use those teleporters, where you're going to grab health, things like that.
Okay, as we're getting ready to go into this thing, I think it is really valuable. They're getting ready to start into these games, and we'll jump off. Now, if you're wanting that big old leaderboard that's going to pop up on the side, it's going to be kind of tricky to give it to you. We'll do our absolute best to make that something that you can spy on. So much happening already. So the guns as they come out, we're just getting into this thing. It's just starting up. Statics is the one we're following here. You can see the eliminations over on the side. Bloodrow actually leading it up. This is going to move really fast. What did it look like the first weapon was?
So I believe it was combat SMG. At least that's the first I saw statics with. You'll notice that they're starting with exotic weapons. It goes gold, and I think it works its way down into the less rare items. Maybe the last one's even a pickaxe kill or something like that. But we're moving very quickly. We're seeing exotics getting a few kills. We're seeing that leaderboard on the side. It looks like Bloodrow and Razors are tied right now. It's very quick. They're getting in and out of these things, trying to rely as much as they can on that high and low. Not trying to get trapped in these areas. Exotics is in a corner there.
Yep.
It's gonna be a quick engagement here. We'll see. Yep, there goes Exotics. Leaky moving up another weapon.
Bluzro, 6 eliminations this far. nurface, 5 eliminations thus far at the top of the leaderboard.
Oh, here Statics goes down again. Just Colby's moving up to the minigun. This should be interesting to see.
Exotics, that's our Kaiser University individual. Trying to get out there. Oh, shield's dropping really far. Hello, minigun.
My goodness. Down to the MK now. Now it'll be interesting to see.
Tried to dive through, couldn't do it.
couldn't get the jump off. It'll be interesting to see how close this gets. Are we going to see a wide lead bridged by someone, as we've been seeing? You know, there may be a 2 to 3 kill deficit between first and second. Looks like we've got Statics and nurface in the first and second there. Around 8ish, Bluzro is around 8ish as well.
Yep. So right now, Bluzro just took the lead. Statics number 2. Actually, looks like a couple of them now tied for 4th as we get ready. These are quick, fast eliminations. There we go. The fly cam will make this a little bit easier. But we see those health meters and shield meters dropping really, really fast. These tight corners, big weapons, they're going to go down real fast.
Nice through the window there. Oh, looks like we've got nurface and Statics in tied for the first right now at 11. You're right, it is going quick. I'm trying to remember how many weapons there were total.
Nurface just with the 12. 30. We got
30 weapons.
We got 30 weapons.
I was gonna say, I don't even think we've seen any below legendary yet.
Yeah, this is a happy lobby. If you, well, for you in the guns. Oh, Leaky goes down again. So the way that this will work is that, of course, there are 3 rounds per half, so about half an hour per half, and we're going to tabulate the totals here. They're going to learn some things in the first one. I don't think the person at the top of the list is going to be the top of the list at the end of the day. I think people that learn the most between the rounds are going to have the biggest success there. It looks like Just Colby's climbing to the top now too. Exotics and Bluzro up there. Statics maybe in sole possession of first position with 14 now, but Exotics coming up very, very fast.
Now we're into it looks like nurface is onto the rare weapons here. So we're getting into it's going to take a little bit longer to kill. You know, those first 10 to 15 levels of the weapons go pretty fast because, I mean, they do high damage, and I believe that it is a maximum of 50 shield. And I don't believe that you can regain shield, but you can regain health. So there's not the time to die or time to elimination is very quick, I should say.
Yeah. So nurface is at the top right now with 17. The next closest person looks to be about 14. So actually starting to gap a little bit. 18 now, nurface. Maybe has come up with a rotation that they really like and have been able to catch some people out. Statics goes down here. Sitting at 17 though, nurface now at 19, trying to be the top person. And they're going to keep going after they hit that first position. They'll create that finishing order for the remainder of the 10-minute round.
They're starting to close that gap a little bit. Now we're in this under area where we're seeing a lot of people coming down here. I see some people, not necessarily, I won't call it camping. I think camping is unsportsmanlike, but they're definitely hanging onto their corners a little bit more, trying to take this strategically, because they're waiting for people to come to them as they take individuals out. People tend to just flock to where they are with their full health, full shield. Oh, this Havoc should be fun. Oh, that might be a double. Oh, wasn't able to get a double. Just Colby's onto the combat shotgun now. Not able to make anything come of it. It looks like we've got nurface and Statics tied or close to, very, very close to each other. 22 right now for both of them. It's going to start taking a little bit longer to get kills here, which is why I think it'd be interesting to see how that stacking order falls. If it's going to be a wide lead or if it's going to be, within a kill. If it's going to be very, very close. Because it seems like all of these players are pretty well matched. I mean, even from number 1 to 8th right now is only about a 5 or 6 elimination difference. Weapon difference, I should say.
Okay, starting to make a big improvement. We are within 5 eliminations of the first finisher. It could be Statics, it could be Exotics, it might be nurface. Just Colby's has been at the top a couple of times. Good skin, though. Good skin.
Love it.
I had the opportunity to talk with the players before they got started, and I challenged them. I threw out the challenge. Bluzro goes down there, too. throughout the challenge, we need more sprays. We need more emotes. We just need a lot.
We're starting to get down to those harder to kill with weapons. I saw a hunting rifle come out, and these are usually the plateaus that individuals will get to, where it takes a little bit longer to kill, or eliminate. Sometimes you don't get to shoot that quickly. Oh, a double.
Oh,
for
my
Leaky.
goodness.
Incredible. Love to see it.
Leaky climbing back up here. 25. Nerf is still in the lead at this point.
Static's drawn a close second. A lot going on down here.
Oh, yes. All of it. Leaky goes down. Erasers. Nerfus, you don't want to take that one. Oh, maybe you do.
I see an explosive bow.
Come on.
Oh, he's using the splash damage. Oh, no. Harpoon gun. We'll see if Nerfus can get an elimination with this harpoon gun.
I'm hoping we stay here. Oh, I want to see this harpoon gun business.
Ooh.
Oh, didn't happen.
Statics and Nerfus currently tied for first. Drawn close second. Sporked in 8th currently, but still only about a 5 elimination difference. But it means a lot in this. Nerfus not able to get one off there.
Just Colby's the player from Barton College. Near the top. Statics, of course. We recognize that name from University of Nevada, Reno. Right there at the very top. I think we're about to see our first place finish, but we're not done. Statics goes down again. Eraser's trying to find some. Oh! Leaky a little bit further down the list comes in with an automatic weapon, and that is a little bit harder to defend against.
Statics with the blade. Coming for his nemesis, Leaky Squash.
Oh, and Statics jumps over Nerfus here. Statics in the lead right now with 28 eliminations. That's going to be 29. Can this be 30?
Ooh.
Not on this round. Somebody else going to be climbing up. Comes right back.
I think that's it. I think it goes to Bluzro with the last one. I wish we could have seen.
It's Bluzro 30. Statics in that with 29 eliminations in that second position. Now, the tabulators will get there and do the work to figure out what our order is, and we'll see that as soon as they have it available. But I think we saw quite a bit of jumping in the lead right there.
We did, yeah. I think we saw an early lead from a few, and I love these high elimination lives, because I think you got to get used to it in here. Obviously, you want to do your best not to be getting eliminated as much as possible, because that moves your contenders forward. But I saw a lot of Statics, and it looked like a lot of Bluzro getting eliminations, a lot of eliminations per life.
We drop right into round 2 here straight away. So we're looking at the grand totals of these folks as they start this. There's the minigun sitting in, I think, was like 3rd or 4th weapon position.
I believe so.
So everybody's starting to recycle. And what is interesting is that I think the real gaps can occur here, because you've got Exotic, you've got Spork, you've got Colby's all on the wrong side of 30, which means they're going to have these really difficult to land skill shot weapons, and the rest of the folks are going to get.
They're starting over.
Well, yeah, but they're not starting over with gray weapons.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I said, as you get to those higher numbers, I think 28, 29, 30, they were usually one-use items or one-shot items. There was a hunting rifle. You had the harpoon gun. I think I saw the boomerang, which
the bow and arrow.
The bow and arrow. So yeah, I mean, going up against that as opposed to what we're seeing now with Statics. Oh, trapped in the middle there. Not a great place to be. I see a lead starting to form with Bluzro here with 36, and the next closest being 33, it seems. So starting to build a little bit of a lead here.
The question will be, with 8 minutes left in round 3 here, at what point will we get to that 30 elimination, or in this case 60 elimination, and how quickly we'll go into the next round? Because I was wrong. We didn't fall into for everybody to catch up.
Yeah. It's interesting that it's technically in rounds to who won the first round, who won the second round. So we could see those who may have a lead still not take the second round, even though they started over with those weapons into round 2.
When we see the overall scoreboard, it's different than the players see. We've got access to what the players see. And Exotic is taking this second round right now with 10 eliminations thus far, starting to gap the next couple of folks. Statics, though, right behind with 8 in this round, 38 total.
Now, do you think that these players are choosing engagements, or is it just free-for-all, I'm going to do what I can to get eliminations?
I think it's, can I get some cover, and then where's the next person?
Yeah.
Is this an opportunity I want to take?
I think so. We haven't seen a ton of health pack grabs or a lot of mobility using the portals.
Nope.
At least, I mean, it's very fast-paced, so I'm sure it's happened.
Right. I mean, there's one.
We saw a health pack grab.
Yep, exactly. Racers kind of walking around. I wonder, such a close map. Bye-bye. Have a nap.
Just handing out naps left and right.
Statics, nap issuer. Ooh. Oh, almost got that one.
And it looks like the lead that Bluzro had is not quite as large as we saw before, because we're seeing he's at, it looks like 41 right now, and we've got 2 with 39 bringing up the rear. But I think it's gonna be close again for this.
Statics is sitting by my view at a total of
45.
46 now. Well, no, 45, you're right. So up there, quite a way.
46 now.
There we go. Yeah, don't take time to write these scores down, friends. They're not going to last very long.
Statics moving in and just taking players out that are trying to eliminate each other. Like I said, third partying. Ooh.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that was personal. That was a personal elimination right there.
Bluzro pretty close to the top of the leaderboard still. Statics in sole ownership right now. 19 eliminations in this round. A total of 49. Nope, I'm wrong. Total of 50 eliminations. Only 10 away from closing one out second round. Got jumped over by Bluzro last time, but then did not miss a beat and jumped right into the lead with this one.
Mm-hmm. We're starting to see the lead grow again a little bit. It looks like it is about a 5 elimination difference between first and second. 4 to 5-ish. Oh! Ooh!
Got topped off fully with health. Oh, dropping down third party. Bluzro waiting until it hears some gunshots and then goes down and cleans it up. Taking the high ground, but does not make it. Actually, picked off by Leaky Squash behind. But yeah, this is a run and gun game. I thought there might be a little bit more angle than we're seeing here. Nurface down there trying to get it.
Big mosh pit here.
Oh dear. Sporks, you know what? I haven't seen Sporks a lot. Probably just liking that low ground. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a nice little.
I like that. We love the mantle.
Oh, Sporks cleaning it all up. Can they get exotics? That was where it ended.
Jumping back over to the leaderboard, we've got Bluzro 49, Statics at 52. It's probably starting to get into those harder to eliminate with weapons, the ones that shoot a little bit slower. You know, we've got these shotguns as you're going into the uncommon shotguns. Yeah. You really just got to hold these angles and wait for people to come to you, honestly, or to sneak into those third-party engagements.
I can't believe they lived as they went up to that window. They were maybe the juicy target anywhere.
Ooh.
Oh, that's what you want.
Love to see the head clicking.
51 total eliminations now between the 2 rounds of Statics. Solo at the top of the leaderboard, but very, very close second is the Racers. Come on.
Racers doing well. 49. Looks like Statics at 52 and Bluzro at 54. At least it looks like that to me. I need to wear my glasses, maybe.
Yeah, maybe so. Might be time. You know what happens though.
Onto the revolver. Not even bothering to ADS.
No, you don't have time. You do not have time. Oh. As we're looking at this, getting closer and closer to the top, the Racers has taken over the lead. Now 55 total eliminations. Might be the winner of round 2 here. Climbs into second place. Bluzro into third. We're close to the victory. as we round to this number 60 or 30 in this round. Bluzro near the top again. Erasers, nurface. Bluzro, sole possession of first place now.
56.
But you gotta have production. You can't hide out and wait.
Oh, I love to see. He's going with the pickaxe. Going with the pickaxe against Erasers, not able to get it. Exotics is hanging on in the middle here. Incredible shot on Erasers there. Able to move on to the boom bow, going up against Statics with the harpoon gun. Now, harpoon gun's fun because it adds another little level, because it doesn't eliminate on the first hit, but it also pulls them towards you. It adds a little element of a little bit more fun, I'd say.
Magnificently, Sporks has climbed into first place, only 2 away from taking the victory here in this rivalry gun game. And that will be
I
it.
think there we go.
Wow. Okay, 2 rounds down. Nurface, Bluzro, Statics there at the top for overall eliminations.
Wow.
And as we're looking at this again, Southern Myth, Nevada, Clarke, Iona, Marietta, Kaiser, Cal State Long Beach, and Barton College. Okay, we're getting into it right away, jumping into it for the 3rd round. This is the final one before the break. They're pretty close together. As we look at the eliminations and the eliminated, there are some folks that have only been eliminated 40 or so times. Some others that have been eliminated 70 plus. That's not being factored into the score, but it's definitely something that we should consider.
Now, is there much of a difference between the high death, the high death, and where they place on the leaderboard? Is it necessarily representative of how they're doing overall, or are they just, doesn't matter
You've
where
got
they're
some
at?
high eliminations and low eliminations at the top of the leaderboard, or eliminated.
Yeah.
Right, the number of times you've been eliminated. Pretty thin.
Moving quickly into round 3. Statics holding the leaderboard pretty tightly there. I see Statics with 63 currently. Oh, a shotgun out the window from Leaky. Moving into intercept. Able to get a shield break, but not an elimination there. Like I said, I think it's going to be close. We're seeing Statics and nurface and Bluzro are usually the ones holding the top of that leaderboard. We did see a little bit of movement from Spork in the last round, so it'll be interesting to see if they can move up on this.
Nurface pretty high at the top. Still Statics, still in first position there with maybe the most eliminations we have seen thus far. But they're 5 in really, really close proximity. Number of
1 or 2 weapons away from each other.
I mean, I realize we are in the digital age and AI rules everything, but I still find it hard to believe that this game can do the math necessary to actually place them in order in real time.
Yeah.
Statics now 11 eliminations in this round.
Nerf is holding tight onto this this little nook, it looks like. Not wanting to leave this building at all. It's a good area.
You want to leave a nook?
I mean, it's good cover. Still holding pretty closely. It looks like Statics and Nurface pretty close to each other from what I see. It looks like 67 and 67 total. So, factor that into round 3.
Oh, I will. I'll do that math.
Will you do the math for me?
I'm in.
Because I don't know if it's
Carry
exactly
the
30
one.
weapons. I think it might be 28.
Moving
27 or
the
28.
beads over on my abacus.
Do you have a pocket abacus?
Who doesn't?
That's true.
I have a wrist abacus. For the digital watch. Okay, Exotics. Just kind of crushing this round. 7 eliminations, or 17 total. Nurface the closest in this round. Probably right close. Okay. Exotics goes down again. Where are we seeing the rotations? What's working?
I mean, it looks like there's a lot of mosh pit in that lower area near a pillar. We see a few of them sticking inside those buildings that have LOS outside the windows, which has been good. But I mean, when you're in such a fast-paced environment like this, there's really only so much you can do to hold these angles, to hold the areas that you're in, because people are constantly coming in and out of it, and you're taking damage from all sorts of places, explosion damage, sniper damage, and it just makes it difficult to really get a strategy on where you're going to be rotating to. I'm not sure how those portals connect to each other, but it seems like it's pretty simple to just jump in and out, basically across the map. We've seen a lot of high and low in these areas on these staircases.
I might be kind of scared to do it just because I wouldn't want to just like dive out into traffic somewhere and just get obliterated right away.
Yeah, it looks like those that we have mentioned before still holding the lead. We've got nurface and statics. Exotic definitely moving up as well. Yeah, seeing a lot of activity inside this building, but Exotics doesn't like to stay in there. Exotics likes to be on the move.
Turn right.
Moving target is definitely harder to hit.
I've heard such things.
With 76, it looks like Exotics bringing up the rear with 75. We're seeing a pretty big difference. It looks like Leaky hanging back with 56 total across these 3 matches. Might even still be in the end. Maybe just getting to the end of the last set of weapons.
Getting close here to the end. There's some gaps forming. Because we don't see the full leaderboard, we don't see a lot of this mid-motion that sometimes happens.
Statics and Exotics definitely fighting for first right now. 77 and 79, it looks like.
Oh, how did Leaky survive that?
We love the crouch evade. It works so well.
It really does.
It's pretty effortless. Now we're starting to get to those plateau weapons, like I said before. I think these plateau weapons, they tend to keep you there for a while because it takes longer to get eliminations with them, and you're just tending to get eliminated a lot more because you can't take those engagements like other contenders can. Hunting rifle, harpoon gun, the blades, the boomerang even. I think boomerang might be the second to last, and I think pickaxe might be the last one, which is probably where we're seeing these leads being created. Statics at 80, Exotics and Nurface pretty close in second and third with 78 and 77 respectively.
All right, this rivalry gun game, yes, it's 404 creative map. It's the campus creative. And when I heard campus creative, I did not know that the creative was different ways to eliminate 7 other people.
Yeah.
That's the creativity
It is very creative, though. We have to give it to him.
You see that crystal formation there? That seems to be the... Oh, Nurface trying to get out. Oh, gets dinged down big time. He's still taking the fight. Oh, man, third party.
Leaky comes into third party. It was fun to see an engagement that lasted a little bit longer with both of those hunting rifles.
Yep.
See who has the better aim. I did see the dual crossbows there. That's an interesting one.
So as we get ready to round this third one out from Cal State Long Beach, Bluzro was the winner of round 1. And third place in round 2. Clarke University's Nurface was the winner of round 2. Who will come out on top in this one? We gotta wait and see.
Looks like we've got Statics with 82, Bluzro, Exotics,
it's
Nurface.
coming to a close.
It's gonna be very close. Statics doing their best to get elimination with the harpoon gun. It's almost embarrassing.
It is. Exotics near the very top of this one. 29 eliminations, it looks like. This could be the end.
I think I just saw Just Colby's with a pickaxe out.
Uh-oh.
Now that for me would definitely be...
Nurface gets the jump, and that is going to be it. I think it was Nurface. We'll find out here in just a second. Round 3. It does, in fact... I'm looking at it. I'm trying to do the math.
The abacus.
The abacus eliminations. A couple people did. It was Nurface that's going to get this. We'll get the total scoreboard here for you in just a millisecond.
Clarke University.
I know.
Love to see the representation. I bet they're going crazy right now all those who are watching.
The Clarkies.
The Clarkies.
Clarke Bar as their official. You know what? The one thing I did not see nearly as much in this one, people did not use their ultimates effectively.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
true.
see a single ultimate used, unless the ultimate was basically sliding and just ducking.
Yeah.
Just crouching.
And it's interesting because when you have the difference between the weapons, you have a lot of fast fire rates and like high damage, low damage. It's fun to see that there's really, I would say it didn't look like there was a lot of strategy with what fights they were taking. They just, they were at half health and they're like, I'm going to go try to get someone else. It was just, I'm going to go into the next battle and just try to move up. Because that's what it really comes down to. It comes down to those simple points about what weapons that you're moving up to.
It didn't do you any good to try to really kite and to try to get some kind of health. No, you just fought until you were either out, because then you get full health right away after about 3 seconds anyway. Okay, we're going to throw to a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have the leaderboard that you want to see, and we're going to make some predictions. I'm going to talk a little bit about what were those things? Crossbows akimbo.
The dual crossbows, yeah.
Yeah, a little crossbows akimbo. But we'll be right back. This is the Campus Creative, and this is the rivalry gun game. We'll be back with NACE Starleague in just a second. Hey there, sweaties. Welcome back. You've seen the first half. That's 3 rounds of a rivalry gun game. You're about to see the second half. And the second half can go in a million different ways. There's not a big gap between number 8 and number 1. It's really pretty close, and a streak could do it. So I'm Doc. This is Cosmic. Here's my question for you. What is that period of time where you can get the biggest streak? I mean, if you need to make a big jump up, if you are Exotics or if you are Sporks or somebody who's like right there in the middle who can probably still win everything here, the $500 cash, what are you doing? I mean, how do you play anything different?
It really feels like the first, I want to say 7 to 10-ish weapons, all of those golds and legendaries, as we'll call them, they all shoot really quickly. It's very quick time to elimination. And so I think that is where you can make the most progress if you're playing smart. Obviously, like we talked about before, there's only so much that you can do. There's only so much game sense that you can have. It's really, obviously, we've been seeing round after round, it's really fast-paced. It's moving very quickly. And so you just got to make sure that you're grabbing those health packs and taking fights that you hopefully know that you can win. But maybe it's too fast for that. Maybe.
Yeah. Hey, we're squinting. We put on our sunglasses to get the big screen behind us here to figure out who's in first place. With 88 total eliminations, that means that he didn't finish first all 3 times, because 90 would be perfect running the table, in set 1, which would be rounds 1, 2, and 3. But after set 1, it's nurface at the top, Statics, right there in number 2, Bluzro in number 3rd position there. Exotics, just Colby's, Erasers, Sporks, and of course Leaky Squash, who had some really good, that's only 18 eliminations. Let's divide that by 3. How many more eliminations do you need to get each round to get that gap?
It would be 6.
And ideally, if the person you're chasing doesn't finish as strong, they leave points on the table.
Yeah.
This could go a lot of different ways. I am going to say this right now. Apologies, Nurface. I don't think the person who's going to win it all is sitting in the first position right now.
I think that's a fair bet. I tend to root for the underdog. I think that's kind of just human nature, but I'm excited to see how it goes, where we go from here.
Okay, this is technically game 4, but set 2, but we didn't come up with graphics for that. These are all new words. We can't figure them out. It's fine, it's fine. Okay, we're taking a look at the map again here. This is Rivalry Gun Game. What about it is really, really difficult to play?
It's got to be those tight corners. You got those. We saw a few people playing the fair estate, a little bit of camping, throwing up some chairs and lighting a fire. Camping in those buildings. You got LOS out the doors. I think 404 Creative did a great job in this map where they made a lot of areas that had cover, but they weren't necessarily campable areas. So you still had 2, maybe 3, sometimes 4 places that enemies could come from. And so there's not a lot of those like those points that can be held very well.
That's right.
Because as people are kind of filtering in and
That's right.
out.
You need those 3 walls behind you and a low self-image. That's how you camp. That's all you need.
Exactly.
Yeah, you equip the s'mores and you just wait.
I need to get the fire poker or the roaster,
the
marshmallow roaster pickaxe.
Pickaxe.
Yeah.
Is there such a thing? Of course there is. There has
I'm
to
sure
be.
there
has to be. There has to be. Okay. As we look at this, this is some of these. Oh, we're jumping right in. Oh my goodness.
What have we done?
Oh, the humanity. Here we go. And it's a hot start right away. Exotics is who we're following here. Statics. No eliminations right there at the top. Pretty intense.
People really just going towards the gunfire at this point.
Well, yeah, I think we proved that has been the strategy of the most successful folks.
Exotics pinned down in here. And already we're seeing a very quick lead from nurface. Nurface is moving up very fast. Already at 5, it looks like.
Oh, goes down. Okay. Oh, and it takes a little bit of that splash damage, of course, from the shotgun there. Okay. Eliminations are the name of the game here. We start at 0. Nobody's got any points, really, in this half. The gap, 18 from first to last, and very, very small gaps in between. Nurface here playing on the inside of the box. Gets some damage. Nice! Connects home on Leaky Squash. Nurface is going to drop down here, take the teleport. Ends up already on top of Erasers. Can he fit? Yes! Finishes Erasers too. And then gets closed on from behind, which is, the way it's going to go. I think 2 and 3 eliminations in a row are all one can hope for. Exotic goes down again. Nurface sitting at 10, the closest. Just Colby's at 7 on our total leaderboard right here. Leaky Squash not doing as much. And Erasers needs to get going here. Just Colby's climbing a little bit closer to Nurface. 11 and 8 is how we see it right now. They're starting to get into the middle section of these guns. What are you noticing? Call these guns out as you see them.
It's fun. We're seeing the DMRs. We're seeing, I mean, basically every shotgun that ever existed.
Everyone
in Fortnite, which is fun because they're all very different. And they be
Colby!
Right in front of the right in front of the
broken
health.
heart.
Insult to injury.
That reminds me of prom. My goodness.
This is not the place to rehash trauma, I don't think, on
seriously,
stream.
Yeah. Under the Sea was the theme.
We'll have you talk to your therapist about it, and we'll move on.
My therapist doesn't answer my calls anymore.
The DMR is interesting too because it's not super accurate from hipfire, and so I mean your best bet honestly is either from really up close. You're basically looking at people's faces with the scope on it. But we're seeing just Colby's getting hung up on the DMR, it looks like a little bit.
Statics with a slow start. Nurface in first. Bluzro second. Sporks in third place. But ties, Statics catches up there, making some big difference there. That is one shotty right there.
I believe that was one of the heavies.
Oh!
Shoot. Ooh,
Oh,
goodness.
good night. Yeah, that reminds me also a lot of prom.
Okay. Which prom? Was it the same prom?
Same prom,
Okay.
junior prom.
Yep.
Did not go well. But honestly, whose junior prom is like their favorite memory
Exactly,
ever?
yeah.
It's like your sophomore yearbook picture. I defy you to find me a good sophomore yearbook picture anywhere. And as I say all the time, if you say you found one, that's cap.
Yep, it's true.
Oh, jumps through the window and gets the elimination.
Oh, goodness.
Bluzro on a roll here, more than halfway up the list there. 17 total eliminations. That's who we're following right now. Now with 18, can't finish that one. Really, really close to Nurface. These are our folks from specifically Cal State Long Beach. That's Bluzro and Nurface from Clarke University. I'd like to say they've got a fantastic tradition, Clarke University, of doing really, really well in Fortnite. But Fortnite is not that old in the college scene. But we're constantly calling the names. Great folks at Clarke University. Oh! Nurface with 20 eliminations goes down right there. 21 Bluzro. So Nurface in second place right now, but they're closing in on the finish. And we're starting to get the weird weapons now. Hoping to see that double, that akimbo
Crossbows.
The crossbows.
Wasn't in the game for very long.
No.
And maybe it's better here. Maybe this
You
is
know
where
what?
it belongs.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe it's better it worked out this way, said my prom date. All right, there's your third reference to prom, and now we can put that joke away. 24, Bluzro. Being chased by Nurface,
Oh.
the closest, but we've got Sporks catching up. Just Colby's catching up. Bluzro goes down, still at 24. Nurface now at 21. 3. Yeah, Bluzro immediately
25.
from the grave just wakes up and just pop. Oh,
There's really no time to reset,
No.
to kind of get
Or
your bearings
reload.
in this. Yeah, true. Very true. You know what I've always said? The fastest reload is a death.
you've always said that. You've always said that.
Sometimes the fastest way to reload
And that
is
was
just
scary.
die.
Is the first time I heard you say it was soccer. When
Yeah,
you were like
yeah.
8-year-old soccer.
Yeah.
You just whispered it to the goalie.
I was on the Purple Grapes team.
The fastest respawn is a death.
And it looks like Bluzro's starting to hit a little bit of a plateau at 25.
I wonder where Bluzro's hanging on to. They got 26,
Yeah,
but went down in it, so probably got third party.
I'm curious to see what weapon it is.
Now, what weapon is that? I guess we'll never know.
I guess
Production.
we'll never know production.
Come on. Exotics. Oh, doesn't get the finish, and it was third partying and getting covered. That's one of the most frustrating ones, where you feel like you have the drop, and it doesn't happen. Exotics goes down right there. Statics, 21 with some kind of shoddy there. Bluzro sitting at 26, but holding. It's been 20, 30 seconds now without an elimination for Bluzro, and gets eliminated again. Static sitting at 21 with the SMG there. Just unloading. Oh, almost gets Leaky Squash to the bottom right there. Can't quite find it. Oh!
Taking out the same person.
Yep. Yep. Teamwork, unintentional, perhaps. Okay. Oh, just a mosh pit. Here it is.
Oh,
let's get
yeah.
another one. Fourth in there. Can we get a fifth? Can we get a fifth? Up above. Yep, there we go. Good job. Thanks, everybody.
I want to know the one player that wasn't there, just having a grand old time on the other side of the map.
Just run around the outside going, where is everybody?
Just apartment hunting, Oh, onto the boom bow for just Colby's.
Boombo in a pretty good position here. Looks to be Boombo somewhere around the 26 mark. Bluzro really struggling. Nurface gets the jump. It was that 25, 26, 27 weapon that really caused Bluzro the trouble. Boombo, I think, being one of those. And Nurface is going to win this round. Okay.
There it is.
That's pretty impressive. So, again, Leaky Squash, Statics, Nurface from Clarke University, Sparks, Erasers, Exotics, Bluzro, and just Colby's. Bluzro leading it for a big chunk of that middle section from 20 right on up to 26. And they're going to jump in right away with this next one. What held them up?
We're already going. We're already on the move. Like I said, I think it's those plateau weapons. Also, it's difficult when you have these very high elimination players and you just can't make any sort of movement. You know, even when you may have a better weapon than them, they can still get the drop on you, and you just get stuck where you're at.
Okay, so shotties early, SMGs and ARs mid, and then some specials late. These one-shot, one-kill kind of weapons that you just got to hit home on them. You can't spam them out. And maybe that's what caused Bluzro the issue, is that while there was a wide area of effect or a lot of bullets heading downstream, there was a fundamental problem with the later stuff where you just got to be shot accurate the first time.
We're seeing a good amount of density in players.
Okay, so this is still part of set 2. This is round 2 in set 2. For those of you scoring at home, I'd like to see somebody do that. A lot of crystals in this place. Oh, manages to get through. Waits. Oh, gets it. Oh, and finishes it. Nurface.
Incredible Nurface.
Showing why Nurface is at the top of the list again. One around early, one around mid. Pretty impressive stuff.
Now, the trend that we're beginning to see, or at least that I have noticed in the, as far as the order of weapons, it's usually going shotgun, SMG, or high fire rate weapon, to some sort of AR, whether that be scoped or not, and then usually onto another AR, and then we go back through the same cycle. We're going shotgun, SMG, pistol, through those different levels of rarities, and it kind of gives you a good cross section of how kind of play styles change a little bit depending on the weapon that they're using. A lot of it is run and gun. A lot of the play style is run and gun.
True. Very, very true. And I find it interesting as we've been watching it. So nurface in doubles did not have the same level of success in build as did in no build.
It's true, yeah.
And also doesn't have the dead weight of a teammate at this point. Apologies to the teammate if you're paying attention. But I understand. I'm leading the group meeting of DA, Deadweight Anonymous.
Hi, I'm Kelly, and I've been dead weight for 10 years.
Hi, Kelly. It really is one of those situations. But nurface, unencumbered by an absolute bottom-dwelling teammate. Really doing well.
And it looks like, as you mentioned, that the difference that we see from builds to no builds, nurface tending to shine a little bit more in no builds, I think is interesting because in no builds you got to rely a lot.
And gets that one.
A lot more.
Reloady.
Around the corner.
That would have been epic. That would have been so epic.
You got to rely a lot more on the gunplay and more game sense rather than just being able to build faster than people. And I think that is it's translating well into this kind of tournament.
Nurface, I believe, sees the matrix in cascading green lines.
Yeah, I think so.
So I said I didn't think nurface won round 2, round 3, and round 4.
Wow.
So thanks for making a liar out of me, Clarke University. Nurface doing a nice job. In second place, without a round win, is Statics from UNR.
Oh, wow.
Bluzro in third. There's only 10 eliminations that are between the top 3.
They're really, really fighting for this $500 prize.
Yes, they are.
And it's going to be close, too. We've seen, even though Spork doesn't have a win yet under their belt, we're seeing, very, very close numbers as far as the leaderboard stands.
Campus, the Collegiate Series, specifically, this Campus Corner leaderboard is going to favor folks who just continue just to get eliminations and keep climbing forward. It's going to be really difficult. This is set 2, round 2, for nurface to not come out on top if they just keep pace. You don't have to win the last 2. But my guess is they want to win the last 2. Bluzro with a nice one there. Okay, nurface sitting at 50. That's a gap. 39 to Exotics. 43, there's 3 of them. Sport, Bluzro, and just Colby sitting at 49 total. But nurface now starting to gap. I think it's time. I mean, they're not in chat with one another, but if they were in chat with one another, now's when you go, hey everybody, let's just get nurface.
Yeah, exactly. Start some targeting a little bit, I think.
Yeah, and then mom gets called. Mom, they're cheating. Screen peekers.
I mean, we look at the leaderboard and you see a big difference. Well, I guess not a huge difference, but in the context of the standings, you see. I believe it was Leaky with 36. Now, as let's say you are Leaky, you're only 6 weapons into round 2.
Back.
With nurface at 53, which is, I believe, 13 eliminations into round 2. Is it over for you? Do you think it's like
big old pistol,
my goodness,
little hip fire action, and turns it around? That's pretty impressive. That was the long barrel Colt.
The 6-shooter.
6-shooter
with a big iron. A big iron on his hip.
Big old iron on his hip right there. So nurface, no health, or excuse me, full health, but no shield. Exotics goes down. My goodness, that shield goes so fast.
Now this one takes a little bit longer. It looks like nurface is on to around the middle here. Just did the 6-shooter, but with a hunting rifle.
Oh, this is it.
Ooh,
yeah, this one's a little bit harder. You got to hit home early, and you got to hit a headshot, I believe, to get both shield and Sporks. Still doing a pretty decent job up there. Only 7 off the leader. Bluzro in that second position. Only 4 off the leader. Might be able to turn this around, but this is the part of the map. This is the part of the weapon order that Blizzro tends to struggle with the most. Oh, nurface eliminated again. Still no climb. Still 4 between Blizzro and nurface.
nurface is on the boombo now, and it's getting pretty close. nurface is, I believe, in the last 4 or 5 weapons for this round.
Yep.
So we may see a round 2,
Having
3,
won the
4,
last one, we can
and
do
5.
the math, right? nurface. The boombo gets some damage. Can finish it.
Now it is nice too, because the boombo also lends splash damage.
Yep. Now there are 3 that are only 3 off of.
Oh wow.
nurface. If nurface can't clear this weapon. Oh, and going in with a pickaxe says, and gets it. Says I can't do it with the boombo. I'm gonna go in there with a pickaxe and katana, big old katana.
Yeah. We also just saw a quick elimination with nurface with the crossbows akimbo.
Ah, my favorite weapon. Oh, gets shot back there. I did not know that if you try to directly follow somebody, it kicks you back. Oh, and
there
that's it.
It is.
That's it. I think Statics might have climbed to the top of this one.
It might have been close.
This is set 2, getting ready to move into number 3 here. This will be the decider. As we entered round 4 here, set 2, round 2, it was Clarke University's nurface at the top. UNR and Long Beach only 1 point apart. Long Beach at 108. Total eliminations, Reno at 107 at the University of Nevada. And we get into it right away. nurface did not get the win. I'm pretty sure it was Sporks in the last one. We'll find out here.
I believe it may have been. It was very, very close.
28 eliminations is what Clarke nurface got in the last one. It was Statics that took round 5. Very impressive. Okay, and you know what? I appreciate the creativity. Maybe should have started a little bit earlier. Got so close with the boombo on the elimination, but could never get it. That was the one that really held nurface up. And finally, just said, I'm just gonna go into the what's a good old timey word? A ruckus.
Some tomfoolery.
Yeah, the scrum gets into the scrum. Gets into one of those nurface, sitting at 63 right now. Starting to climb through the weapons they tend to do really well on. Big splatter. Oh, there it goes. Whew. Call of Duty style, just taking him out through a square reticle. Oh,
Just dropping in to clean up, you know?
Oh, drops in behind it.
I love to see it because you've got a few teleporters that are double-sided, so you can go in and out of either of them. And then you've got teleporters that take you to the teleporting pad.
Yeah.
Which is not as, it's a little bit easier to camp and wait, it seems. We haven't seen a lot of it because it obviously, as we said, very fast-paced, but onto the DMR for nurface. Sitting at 67 right now.
Cleaning it up. This has become the nurface show. Everybody else is invited to participate, but nurface has a plan, and it does not include you having success. In fact, I've seen him hunt down a couple of times, hunt down Statics specifically, trying to make sure they can keep that gap going. That's the gap you want to pay close attention to, because at a total of 137 coming into this, Statics from University of Nevada, Reno was 9 eliminations behind Clarke University's nurface at 146. Okay? So that's going to be a tough one to cover, but he's got to hold off. Statics does. Blizzro from Long Beach, who was only 2 eliminations behind.
It all comes down to this. Round 3 in set 2. Seeing a big lead starting to come out of nurface, as we've seen before, but Blizzro, Fork, Statics, they're not going to let him go easily.
No.
I think, as we talked about before in the previous games that were played, the battle royales that we watched, it's probably going to be the most interesting. I think is going to be who places second.
Oh, nurface eliminates. Oh, look at this statue.
Oh, look at that.
Showing who is number 1. Oh,
love to see it.
I'll tell
Come
you
on,
what.
404 Creative.
Production, you know how to find this stuff, except for the button that turns off these lines of boxes.
Yep.
Everything else, you know how to find it. Very good. Statics Oh,
Ooh.
shot out of the air. nurface trying to shut down the #1 rival at this point. Oh, there was another Static sighting. Static was like, I'm a dip.
Yeah, they decided to avoid each other. Probably the best.
Making a climb, though. We're seeing Sporks doing a really nice job up there with Bluzro now. Hopefully they don't get tangled up in the tough spots. Coming into this round, Sporks had made a pretty progressive climb. It finished second place last time to Statics from UNR. Oh! Exotics gets the nurface finish. The magic number we're looking for to know that this is all over. nurface needs to get 88 eliminations to win. And that means winning this round. So as we get closer and closer to 88 on nurface, we'll know that this is coming to a big end.
10 more weapons.
There we go. 9 more
weapons.
weapons. Count it down with us, just like.
Down to the pump and the SMG.
Oh, this is not a.
He's going to go into the boombo pretty quickly after this.
This is like 7 other folks.
And we saw nurface get a little bit hung up on the boombo last time, so we'll see if there's a repeat in history there. It seems like I've seen nurface go down a lot. There may be a little bit of targeting that's happening.
Maybe so, yeah. There's like, if I'm seeing nurface, I'll take that elimination.
Yeah, exactly.
So the other two that we got to pay close attention to, Bluzro and Statics right here, because there is about $100 on the line, or maybe $150 difference between second and third position, right? 500 for first, 250 for second. I believe it's 150 for third, and there's some other payouts down. So I think quite a few folks will be able to go get some Chick-fil-A by themselves, some monsters, maybe make a down payment on that Mavix chair.
Yep.
Get some Odyssey Elixir.
Your afterpay. You probably put the
Definitely go to
chair on
Dunkin'
afterpay.
Donuts.
Oh yeah.
Maybe make a donation to an Extra Life fundraiser. I think that'd be a good use of your winnings.
Put it towards your future Alienware computer.
If they were at LA Comic-Con today, they could have some. By the way, those of you who are aspiring casters, that is how you integrate leads.
Exactly.
Into other inventory.
Didn't it sound so natural?
It was so natural. Okay. Getting close to the end. Bluzro and Statics only separated by 1. This is going to be a tight finish. I don't know what the tiebreaker is. My guess is finish placement overall. If they end up with the same score. So, and right now, that would favor Bluzro.
nurface onto the
favor
crossbows.
Bluzro,
He's pretty close to the end here.
Oh, here we go. Crossbows akimbo. And guess what?
2 more.
Katana.
I believe it's the katana, and there's one more after this that we haven't seen a lot of.
Oh! Bluzro. Taking him down. We're getting really close. Find nurface. Nurface getting into the scrum here.
nurface trying to
swinging
get
a pickaxe.
anything. Oh, there it is. Oh, this might be it.
The boomerang! Somebody else cleaned up Statics. There it is. nurface goes down. But just Kobe's actually hitting home with that boombo. Oh, and there it is.
I think that's it with the boomerang elimination there at the end. Goes to nurface.
Oh my goodness.
Incredible.
Yes. Okay.
From Clarke University.
As we're waiting on the final results here, I think we're going to see it here pretty quick. I just don't want to leave my laptop because it's got all the scores on it. Okay, so it looked to me like Statics was going to hold on to that second position at the end, taking away the need for us to bring out the pocket or the wrist abacus and coming out with who was the second place winner. But I think nurface is taking home $500 for the trouble today. Doesn't have to split it with a teammate. That's pretty good.
Not to further throw that teammate under the bus. I'm sure they were great.
So what were the keys to success for nurface in this situation?
nurface was quick. It was very, very. I mean that's kind of how it went for everybody. It's a fast-paced game. There's a lot going on. A lot of, like we said, up and down. A lot of going through different weapons. Obviously, clicking heads was a very big part of nurface. You see nurface going into these 1v, you've got 3 or 4 people battling
Right.
each other, and he's just able to take 2 or 3 of them out and just move
Yep.
up real quick.
If I can get last hit on this person, I get the point. Doesn't matter if I die because there's really no penalty
Yeah.
Sorry, I got to fix my camera angle. and they're just messing with me now because my camera is set. My camera A is, I got to, yes.
Did you grow recently? Have you?
No, unfortunately. But that, I think you're right. So it was the creativity of nurface to just, it was clicking heads for sure.
For sure.
But when they couldn't get action, we saw it stalled for a little while in 5. Man, just like, I'm just going in there with a pickaxe and hopefully I can get last touch. Did.
Yeah.
Got rid of the boom bow and immediately moved on to the katana and then just cleaned it out from there. And then boomerang was the last one.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. You kind of start to see, it seemed like maybe katana was one of the more difficult weapons for nurface, and that's why you go into these big scenarios where you're probably going to get eliminated, but if you can just get off that weapon, it could mean the difference between a win or a loss, and it did definitely in the context of.
Well, we're going to give you a top 5 here in just a second, but before we do that, we're going to see where everybody finished, and that's going to be pretty cool. I think we're going to see nurface at the very top. The champion, of course, is nurface. I think we said that. We're not burying the lead, but this graphic is so nice.
It's awesome.
Absolutely. Comic punk is the style for those of you who are art fans at home. But here it is. nurface, statics, Bluzro, Sporks in that 4th position. Just Colby's hanging on to the top 5. Exotics, Erasers, and Leaky Squash. You know what? You were among, I'd say the Leaky Squash was one of the top 10 players today.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Definitely one of them.
Definitely in
of
that
all 8
top 10.
players, definitely one of the 8.
No, in the top 10.
Yeah,
in the
top 10.
I don't want to
for
overstate it.
Sure.
But great job, Leaky Squash, seriously. But you look at the point differential, and before we get too far from it, Leaky Squash, 135 and 176 was the total number of eliminations to win it all. 160 for Statics, 157 for Bluzro. Sporks only 1 point behind at 156. Just Colby's 154. And then a gap of about 30 down to Exotics, Erasers, and Leaky Squash, who did a fantastic job. For those of you who didn't know, you could go to college, get a scholarship, and make some money playing Fortnite. You can. And it doesn't matter if you crush some tight 90s like your boy here, or as long as I don't have to go up more than 2 levels.
Yeah, or throw up some business turrets like I can.
Oh, business turrets. No business turrets today. But this campus creative was so cool.